Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be going to talk about a bullet graph. A bullet graph is a data visualization technique that provides a concise and informative way to display the progress or performance of a single data point, metric, and which is typically against a target or benchmark. It's widely used in the business dashboards and reports to convey the key performance indicators, that is the KPIs. In a bullet graph, the primary element is a horizontal bar that represents the data point or the metric you want to visualize. The bar is divided into sections to indicate the various performance range, such as the poor, satisfactory, and excellent. A reference line, often representing a target or benchmark, and which is displayed on the graph to show how the data points compare to the desired goal. During our practical demonstration in Tableau, we will explore how to create bullet graphs to visualize and communicate the performance matrix clearly. You'll also learn how to input the data points, set the target or benchmark values, customize the graphs to include the reference lines and labels, and use the color coding to highlight the performance range. Whether you are tracking the sales target, employee performance, or any metric with a defined bullet graphs offer a compact and insightful way to convey the information. Now let's go to the Tableau screen. First, I'll show you how the bullet graph looks like and what are the different elements of bullet graph. Then we will see how to create that particular bullet graph. So over here, I have the bullet graph on the screen. And first I'll tell you how are these elements created and what is the each element representing. So if you look over here, right now I have taken the sales for each of the category. And whenever I'm talking about the sales per category, and these are the data set of various years. So let's say in the previous years, my sales was something, and it is represented over here with the help of this orange color. And this year, whatever sales is happening is represented by this blue color. So year on year, I'm trying to find out whether the sales is increasing or not increasing. And at the same time, I'm trying to show whether it is meeting the target sales. So the target sales is given over here with the help of this line. So you are trying to compare three things over here. The first one is your current sales. The second one is your current sales with respect to your previous year sales, whether it is increasing or not increasing. And the third one is your target sales. So how to create this kind of bullet chart? Let's go to a new sheet. So let's say I'm having this sales measure with me right now. But this sales measure is showing me the values for the sales which is happening right now. I don't have previous year's data or the previous time data. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a calculation field with the help of this particular sales field. And let's say that this year's sales is some more than the previous year's sales. And the previous year it was 0.8% or 80%. So to create that kind of calculated field, what I do is I click on this arrow and then click on the create calculated field. So I'll go in create and do create calculated. And over here it is showing me sales. Now I want to name this calculation as the sales done in previous year, sales done in previous year, and say it was today's sale into 80%. So I divide it by zero point 0.8, or I should say I'll multiply it by 0.8. It says this calculation is valid. I'll click on apply and okay, and you can see the measure over here. The sales done is previous year is come over here. Now let's talk about a bit more about target sales. What is the target that you are going to achieve? So let's say that the sales which has been done right now, I want it to be 20% more. The target sales should be 20% more than whatever sales has happened this time. So I'll again click on the sales, create calculated field, and I'll multiply the sales 1.2 times. So this would be known as the target. Okay, so this is target. I click on apply and okay, and you can see the target has came over here. Now let's see what is the sales that has been done this particular year or in this particular data set. So I double click on sales and it has come over here in rows. Let's say I want it to be in the columns so that I can create a horizontal bar chart. Now, let's say I want to see it different category wise, or the region wise. So if you are talking about the category wise sales, I'll double click on it and then it has made three bars for me. One for the furniture, other for office supplies, and the third one is for technology. It is not capturing the whole of canvas. So to capture the whole of canvas, what I do is I click on standard and I'll click on entire so that the visual can fit in my entire canvas. Now what you have to do is you have to drag this target in the details option, and you also have to drag this previous year sales in the details or the sales done previous year. This was the one I created recently. Now you can right click over here behind this axis where it says sales, and you can choose to add a reference line. This reference line would be added based on whatever values are here in the detail. So I have these three cells over with me right now, or three bars. So what I'll do is I'll try to add this target sales reference line each of the cell. So I can choose the per sale option. After choosing this per cell option, it is showing me the average. I don't want to see the values as a sum of sales. What I need to see is the sales done as a target. So the target, whatever I am setting. So this is showing me the average of target. I don't want to see the average of target. I'll be choosing the total of target because I want to see what is the total target that needs to be achieved by every category. Over here in the label option, it is showing me the competition, whatever value is given over here. If you don't want to see this, you can even choose to show a value and it would show you the exact value that needs to be achieved. And even if you don't want to see the value, what you can do is you can choose none option over here. So it would just represent a line. Now you can try to customize the line type here. You can go in the line option and you can choose different line options. So you can go with the dotted line, you can go with the dashed line, or you can go with the solid line. You can increase or decrease the thickness of that particular line. And also you can try to change the color. So let's say it would be the green color. I'm choosing it as the dark green. So I'll choose a different shade of green, whichever is visible on your screen. And I'll just increase the darkness of it. After doing it, what you can do is you can click on OK. And this line is now showing with the help of this target as a target value. Now what I'll do is I also need to see the previous year's sales. So to see the previous year's sales, what I'll do is I drag the sales done in previous year over here in columns. Now you can see it is giving me two columns, but I don't need to see two columns. I need to see the previous sales and the sales which has been done right now within a single column. So for that, I click over here in my axis and click over right side also where it says the dual axis. So if it is not showing you dual axis over here, just click over here and it is giving me the dual axis option over here. After clicking on the dual axis option, it would show you the graph like this. Now I need to see it in the form of a bar, not in the form of these bubbles and the lines. So to see the sum of the sales in the bar format, you can click over here and choose the bar option instead of the automatic option. And you can do the same for the sum of the sales done in the previous years. So instead of automatic, I choose the bar form. After choosing the bars, you can see now the bars for the previous year sales and for this year sales is showing. But this case is very much different. The sales is showing me less than the previous year sales, which is not entirely correct. So how can you correct it? So go on any axis. You can go on the sales axis also, and you can also go on the sales done in previous years axis also. Right click on it and choose the option to synchronize the axis. And this would synchronize your both axis into a single unit. So over here, whatever the difference is giving in terms of these slots, it would be showing over here in the other one also. After seeing this, now you can see the sales done in previous year is hidden because it is obviously less than whatever sales is done in this year. So now what I can do is I can just go on the sales done in this year, go on the size option and try to reduce the size. After reducing the size, you can see that this was the particular sales which was done in the previous year. This is the sales which has been done in this year and this is our target sales. Or what you can do is you can try to decrease or increase the size of the other one also if you want to match it and make it something like this. So the customization option is up to you. How are you trying to customize your data and your visual and how it is trying to fit your need and how it is going to be visually more appealing. You can also try to change the color of these and go in the color option and you can edit the color option. And you can change the individual color option by double clicking on that particular measure and choosing a different option. Let's say I'm showing it as this shade of green and this here sales in this blue. So this is one of the ways in which you can customize your visual. So this was all about the bullet graph and we saw how can we add the targets, how can we see the previous sales and we have created calculated fields for both of them. We have also seen how can we list this year's sales or this can also be done with the profit option. So whatever I'm doing in the terms of this sales, it can be done same as for the profit. And this bullet chart would help you to depict whether your target is being met or how much progress you are making in terms of previous year, previous week, or any date field which is in the previous in nature and the upcoming nature. So this is used to help how can you try to compare the measures with each other. So this was all for this session. In next session, we'll be talking about the fact. Thank you.